everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bilikis. How are you all doing? Today's class will be on how to make an off the shoulder run sleeve, which is very easy to make, and I will endeavor to show you step by step on how to achieve that. If today is your first time of checking out my channel, you're welcome, and please make sure you subscribe. Check out my other channel, Pattern Drafting with Bilikis and Bilikis Kitchen. Follow me on social media, Bilikis Signatures on Instagram, and Sewing Innovations on Facebook. So right now, let's go to work. You need to determine the length of the sleeve, and I will advise you to make it a little lower than your shoulder, so that by the time you pull up the fabric, it's kind of make it puffy and beautiful. So here I've decided to make the length of the sleeve to be 16 inches with seam allowance, because we have to hem the lower part, so that's about 3/4 of an inch. Then you can see I added extra 1.5 inches above. That is going to be for the elastic casing at the upper part. So I have a total of 17.5, because this is 1.5 plus 16. Then a guideline to how you're going to fold your fabric. You need the measurement of your half of the armhole. Like for this medium-sized person, half of a armhole is 7.5. So as a guideline, just measure 7.5, and then for the extra puffiness of the elastic at the upper part and then some ease around the sleeve, you just need to add about 5 inches to that. So let's say 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's about 12.5. Don't forget, this is the beginning of the sleeve. The next thing you need to do is to insert the calf's height. The calf's height for her is 4 inches. So haven't done that as a calf sleeve. So don't forget, this is the elastic casing. Just fold that up, so you don't get confused. Next thing is to make the armhole curve. So just use the fabric you cut out, the main bodies or the pattern if you have it. Just place it this way, and you see, make sure the tip is here, and then just rotate it up this way, and that is it. So if you cut directly on the fabric, just use your fabric to make this armhole curve. Our next class will be on how to make an off the shoulder 6 pieces dress, so just look out for that. So having done this now, we are okay. So ensure you still have this folded. Now we can cut it out. And this is what the sleeve looks like. So the reason why I folded it was because this is what we want to have. This is the elastic casing. So all you have to do is to fold in the 1/2 inch to have 1 inch, whereby the elastic is going to pass through. So just trim this off later on. So that is it. Then the elastic I cut out is just 9 inches because of the 1/2 inch that will be sewn to the main dress. So that makes it 9. Can use that. The next thing we need to do are the strips to cut out for the sleeve. The first strip you have to cut out is this. Here I have 2.5 inches in wideness. I have 2.5 inches by the length of whatever you have here. So this is just it. So just cut 2.5 like this. That's done. So this will be the part whereby the strip is going to pass through. So that's the side. The next thing is the long strip here. Make sure the strip is double or triple what you have here. So here I have, okay, from the main sleeve now, I have 16. So when I double that, I'll have 32. But I will advise you, when you're making for yourself, you could make it ×3, because when you have it so long, then you can decide to do a lot of drama with tying of the strip. But for this tutorial, I just doubled the strip I have here to have 32 inches. but when you're making for you, just triple it. So having done that, now we can start sewing up the sleeve. Form a crease here. So with this crease, I know that is the middle. So open it up. This is the wrong side of the fabric. Then remember the casing for the strip, which I told you about, 2.5 by the length of whatever you have here. So all I did was to fold, but before folding at all, make sure you hem this lower part of the strip and hem the lower part of your sleeve. That's important. After doing that, all you have to do is to fold 1/2 inch on both sides of the strip, and after that fold again into 2. So that crease will be a guideline. Now make sure this is the wrong side of the strip, this is the wrong side of the fabric. Make sure they are facing each other. So don't forget to hem the lower part of this strip and the sleeve. So make sure this middle line now matches this crease on the sleeve. So you can pin that down, taking your time. So having done that now, the first thing you're going to do is to just sew up the middle. This is the middle of the strip. You sew it together to the sleeve, and then come to the edge of the folded 1/2 inch and sew very close to the hem, like 1/8 of an inch. Then you sew it all down, and also here all down, so on the wrong side. Having done that, then come to the strip. What I will do is this: make sure you hem the end of one side of the strip, and after that just make sure you fold to have 1/2 inch. So fold each side this way, and you'll see. Then I'll fold it to have this, and you see. So I'm going to do that to both strips. So let me quickly do that. Looking at the sleeve, I've sewn the strip to it. So now there is a hole here, and there's also a hole here. So this is it on the wrong side. I sewed everything on the wrong side. So on the right side, I had to use a contrasting color so that you can see. So imagine using black color, everything is just going to be invisible. So having done that now, and don't forget to hem, as I've said. The next thing I'm going to do now is to take this strip, as I've told you, to make it 1/2 inch. The same thing here. Get your pin, put it in. Put in all the strip, and this is what I have. The next thing I'm going to do now is this. Just pull this to be on the same level. Let me see that. So just take the sewing machine now, just run a stitch from this edge to this edge just to secure it. So after doing that, now we can fold the elastic casing. So this is what you are going to have. But because we've secured this on both sides, it will be easy for you to fasten your elastic. So having done that, make sure you secure this place so that it won't give you a problem inside. So 1/2 inch, then 1 inch. So this is what I'm going to do next. And you see that. Then I will have to sew it all down, then pass the elastic. I have sewn the casing, as you can see. The next thing is to now fasten the elastic through the casing. Now this is what it looks like, and you'll see that. What I'm now going to do is this. I will have to take the edge and then just tag it down. Just use a zigzag stitch to do that, and also I'll do the same thing here to tack it down to have this elastic as you have it. So after doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to turn it to the wrong side, and you'll see, and then I'm going to sew whatever seam allowance that is left, maybe 1 inch straight down. Upper part, this is what it looks like. Then I've sewn the side. So this part is going to be attached to the bodice of the dress. So in case when you're making yours, since this has been folded, you can just try to reduce the distance at the hem, so you could have something like this, just little, please, not more than 1 inch. We are making that. So to the right side, this is what it looks like. Remember, I was telling you to make sure your own strip is ×3 of the length of the sleeve. So this was what I was talking about. And you see, so if you have it longer, the better, to make a lot of drama. So now you can just, you know, fold it. And you see, so you have this part on. The sleeve we've just made, can you see how beautiful that looks? It's just so wonderful. So just imagine it being on your arm. It's just going to come out wow. So if this tutorial has been helpful, please give me a giant thumbs up. And for those interested in our online classes and sewing tools, please use the contact number in the description box below. Bye guys.